Oh, this does not look so well. Oh, there we go. Oh, welcome to my room. Welcome, everybody. I decided to go live on my webcam. My son is actually playing the heart chakra bowl in the background. Yes, very much. Doing good. Today was a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. It was a little weird. Actually, the last couple days have been a little strange. Energetically. Hello, everybody. Keep playing that one. I'm gonna actually switch it up. I had my son help me tonight to play the heart chakra bowl. So I really just wanted to get on here, honestly, to see how everybody was doing and how they're feeling and those sort of things. For me, the energy has been heavy. And I'm sure everybody's feeling that. Heard something disturbing. Yeah, I've heard a lot of, well, and you know, I would love to hear what you heard too. I don't know. I almost wanted to buy into it today, like getting angry. I was seeing so many things that were just, I don't know, that separation. I didn't like it. Separation with everybody, and I started to get upset about it. Not gonna lie. Oh, you actually heard it. Okay. Oh, they sent you a video of that? Hmm. I'm sorry. That's... Throat chakra. Right here. Hey, Zach. I hope you're doing good. My son is actually better at playing these higher ones. It is it's a vibration. Yep. There it goes. It's a lot lower. One more, buddy. This would be a great ASMR. I didn't even think about that. I actually listen to them at night. We'll all put on different like frequencies and stuff. I don't want to ruin it here. This is the crown chakra. He's so much better at playing. He's back there. I don't think you guys can see him. I know you can. All right. You good? He's 14, so I asked him to help me. What are your Western Eastern sign? You mean like zodiac sign? Thank you, buddy. Through. That was my son. Very quickly, that ran through. Okay, so in tropical, I am an Aries sun. In sidereal, I am Pisces, but then I am Aries rising and sidereal. I kind of like claim that I Aries because I always have. It's been, I don't know, I can really feel that. And the Pisces as well, too. I always felt like that. I'm doing good. I don't know. Today has been really strange, honestly. And that's why I wanted to get on with you guys as well, too, and really just talk about what was kind of going on, but make it, because I got on a few lives the other day and I just saw so many people fighting, and like the separation is crazy, and I don't like it, but I know that it's happening. Oh, I don't know my Chinese zodiac. Oh no, I'm a tiger. Yeah, I'm a tiger in Chinese zodiac. But I don't know, I guess as well, like if there's more to it. I haven't actually studied that much of it. I'm still learning a lot. But yeah, I just felt the energy was very, very crazy today. I almost, like, I was going through Instagram and I felt like I saw all this, like these people fighting against each other and saying things. And I mean, I know that's part of it, but at the same time, it's like, it's just more separation. And I really wanted to, you know, have a place that we could just talk and everybody just kind of chill out a little bit more. And yes, we can discuss stuff, but this is not about politics or anything like that at all. And I have no set anything. Like, I don't even know what I wanted to talk about at this moment. I really want to know how you guys are doing at this moment. So 86, Tiger. Mr. Goodman. Yes, so let me know. Oh, well, thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. I have a super bright light right here. Yes. It's always about the lighting. I know that with photography, it is always about the lighting and the sharpness and everything. But we did go through a hurricane. Yes. And it was pretty crazy. It was more crazy than what we thought. We always joke about hurricanes down here. If they're going to be like a Cat 1 or a Cat 2, we're like, oh, it's a hurricane party. And so most people will like get alcohol and just like basically get in the house and just party. Well, This hurricane, I woke up at like 1 a.m. and I have video of it, and I didn't post it because it was kind of scary. Like at first my husband was going outside and like in the middle of it, and he even said he was going to walk down the street and go to the middle of our city. And I kept feeling like, no, this is not a great idea. This is not a good idea. Then we started seeing trees falling down, like old trees just falling down. I was like, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I'm sorry. And they hit the building, it hit our garage and all these things. I don't know. It was crazy. A lot crazier than we thought it was going to be. It was only a 2, but birth, yeah, 1986 is my birth year. So I was a 86 Tiger. Yeah, I've been getting that. I've been getting the sit and pause as well too, Zach. Like it's, I don't know. I've been getting that, and like now it's time to make a choice. I don't know why. And I actually listened to a video today and I posted it on my Instagram, and the lady said the same thing that I had been feeling, and I thought that was really strange. Well, no, I shouldn't think that's strange because that's energetically how things happen. Like we're all connected. But she was like, now's the time to make a choice. And I was like, that's what I've been feeling. Like, now's the time to make a choice within ourselves, those sort of things. Okay, where are we going next? What do we really want to do? Those sort of things. Oh, okay. They do that in the streets of the Dominican Republic. They pull out the floaties, in my opinion, regularly for us. Nothing to see here. I know with the hurricanes here, this is like every time we have a hurricane, they hype it up. So it's like calling wolf every time. Like, oh, there's a wolf coming. It's that same story over and over again. So nobody really freaks out that much anymore. But then this last time, it was bad. And it wasn't even that bad of a storm, but it ended up being a really bad storm. We woke up the next day and we had people, cutting down trees to help us, out of our driveways sort of thing. And I haven't seen that in 15 years since I actually got down here, because I'm actually from up north. But yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. I was like, okay, and that storm that came through that we had to actually be let out of our driveway was a category 4. That was Ivan. And it was really bad. A lot of people actually died in that storm. But this one wasn't that bad. Thank God. It was just more destruction with power lines and stuff. And I think that's kind of significant as well, too. I think that all this has been happening for a reason. I feel like we've been shut down several times, like as people to take a step back. And I felt like that this whole year. Like every time I try to do something, I am pushed back. Like, no, stop. You need to be with yourself for a second. You need to think. And I think that's what's going on with everybody right now. I'm gonna read these. What do you think about llamas? I love llamas, but I don't know what my primal sign is, honestly. Christy asked, can you tell us what you see about for the end of the year? Are you thinking natural disaster or man-made? What I think, honestly, what I feel, it's the same thing that I was feeling kind of last year, is it's going to be more of an illusion thing that is happening with the government. It's going to look like it's really bad, but it's not going to be as bad as what it is. It's going to take us to kind of rise above that more and kind of go, you know what, I'm done believing in this. And I'm seeing that this year a lot. More and more people have woken up so much to the BS of what is going on in our country. And like, I don't know if I want to go fully into it, but yes, I do feel like more and more people have woke up, and I don't think any natural disaster is going to happen at this point. I don't think we would have been given the choices that we have been over the last year, because it's been more about taking time to be with ourselves and waking up rather than seen that there's a disaster. It is. It's been like, okay, it's time to meditate. It's time to figure out who you are, you know, those sort of things, versus, okay, we need to focus on something out there. It's about internal stuff, I really do believe right now. Your last Todd Credible. Okay, this is very crazy, but I'm sorry, I just saw your message, but I was really, really good friends with, and I haven't seen that name since I've been in high school, with a Tony Credible. So I think that's very interesting. I don't know if you're related, but I'm from up in Ohio. I think I was really, really good friends with him, and he actually died several years ago. So when I saw your name, Todd, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really wild. Oh, I am a llama. I love llamas though, so I'm actually down with that, like 100%. Isaac, I like seeing the room with my mom and dad. You know, I'm kind of a loner too, not gonna lie, Isaac. I don't mind being alone, but I don't know. I've always been that way. Really? I didn't, because I posted it on Facebook. Todd, thank you so much. Tony was amazing. I have to tell you guys, Tony was amazing. He was somebody that I actually dated in high school, and somebody that I still remember to this day, and he was an amazing person. Yes, you can ask me something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're, are you asking me about doing like a mediumship? You said, DB, can I ask you about my deceased father? Like what I wanted to do with this is really just talk about, you know, what's going on right now, and let you guys kind of get out what's going on. Like I said, I feel like this energy is really crazy. I felt it today. Like I said, I almost wanted to get angry at some points, because I was reading things and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just causing more separation and divide and conquer. Of course, you know, that's the whole thing. You divide and conquer. There's no roots in that. There's no anything in that. Like, this is a time that we're supposed to be really learning about ourselves and understanding who we are 100%. So we're able to stand and like unite, actually, and not to hurt anybody or to do anything, to really know who we are, because we can actually change things through that. I don't know. What's your question, Zach? I know it's not going to be as weird. Okay, sorry. Reading like multiple things. And I feel like this is super bright. Have a question, like so much hatred. I wanted to, since I was a child, have a vision that came true feelings, and I knew what people were. So, yeah, you would be energetically, I would think, somebody that is like, yeah, you just have a higher energetic level, Isaac, or I would think that, and you'd have to be really careful with that as well too, especially if you are able to like curse people. I can't say, I've had situations like that where I've said things and they have immediately happened, and it would freak me out. And I'm like, wait, like, hold on a second. You know, I said it in a moment and I didn't fully mean it 100%. You have to be careful of it, because what we say, we do create things. Like, we are literally putting things out there into the universe. We are creators. Our vibration actually creates things immediately. And the higher our vibration is, depending on how we came into this world, who we are, those sort of things, you know, we can have a big effect on things. If you were doing those things as children, I would say, or, you know, as a child, I would say that definitely now I would be careful and kind of start to figure out what your path is, because I would say that you're probably somebody that's supposed to be leading people at this point, and, you know, putting things out there to help other people. You have a higher energy. You came into this world with a higher energy, sort of thing. All right, let me go back and read. Yes, I do too, Zach. I look at both of them as puppets. I'm going to say the same thing. Okay, so he says, my question is, who or what is behind the scene pulling the strings? Everything seems so orchestrated and almost craft. There's so much chaos that makes this election seem more like a mockery. I agree with that 100%, because, well, I can see how people actually are reacting. You can see them. It just further separated us. And it's like, okay, come on, you guys. Like, it's time for us to come together. And it literally, you know, started to separate us more. Now, what created this? Not everybody, like, for my personal opinion, not everybody's going to like. I feel like we actually created this as a collective. Now, I don't know 100%. I'm not, please don't take this 100%, because I don't know. I'm still looking and figuring this out. But I do know that blaming stuff takes the power away from us 100%. So I do feel like we did create this, and we do have the power to take it back as well too. We've never done that. We've never actually, as a collective, gone, you know what, this is bullshit. I don't like it. No, everybody literally just continues to divide themselves over and over again and fight against each other. So what would happen if we actually came together and go, you know, you know what they say on the TV and the things that are going on right now, it's bullshit. It's literally bullshit. It is an illusion. We've been in this Pisces age, which represents illusion for so long. Like, we've been in this dream, and we're waking up and going, oh my gosh, what have we created from our dreams, from this subconscious part of ourselves? And that's what I really feel like. The blame is on us, but that also gives us the power to fix it. When I put the blame over there on people outside of me, I can't do anything about it. I mean, it's on them at that point. And I don't know. I just really, I believe that 100%. And I think the more and more people that wake up to that, and the more and more of us that do, that we can start to make changes in this world, because it really does start within. I mean, I believe that 100%. And let me read this. I'm an artist, so it really affects me emotionally because I want to withhold good reaction, but part of my work is raising. Yeah, I've always been afraid of that too, like speaking my truth. This last year, I will say that I was kind of afraid to speak my truth about things, but the more and more I do speak my truth, I find people that are, you know, more aligned to my truth, and I like that. And then the other people, whatever, you know, they're going through their own thing as well too. We are all one. They're just all going through their own awakening too. I do believe that 100%. We are one. We are one people at this point, and we are waking up to this consciousness right now. And I really do. I feel like so many people this year have woken up, like, out of nowhere. It's been crazy. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, I'm still reading. Even fear having someone, even fear of having someone's past exposed. I worry about that a lot, but I'm working on changing inside and literally outside. Yes, is So that's going to be the biggest thing, honestly, is changing the inside of us. Like, because I'm saying we are reflecting how we really feel as a individual and as a collective. So we have so many people divided at this point, and the more divided that we are, the more separation, of course, we're going to see. The more that we can actually come together, the collective will actually change. That consciousness will start to change as well, too. Is the chaos a lesson? Is this group karma? I do kind of believe this, and I was going to talk about this in my next podcast a little bit, but I'll talk about it now. So I feel like the curse, okay, so they talked about it in Genesis, the karma, all that, those sort of things. I feel like because we didn't believe that we were creators in the very beginning, and I'm going to explain this all in my podcast, that basically we cursed ourselves from the very beginning. We literally were like, you know what, take the divinity, take the creators, our creative rights, and throw it over there and blame it on somebody else. We gave that away immediately. And then we're over here going, all right, so when are things going to change? So yes, the chaos is a lesson, I feel like, because it's a lesson for us to learn who we are. We had to go through this to learn who we are in mind, body, and soul. 100%. And I do believe that as well, too, because I don't think that somebody would, if somebody walked up to you right now and was like, guess what? You got $1 million, or, you're a king. You're a king right now. Would you believe it, or would you have to go through all the motions? You'd have to be like, all right, where's the paperwork? How do I really know this? Do I really feel this? Like, you'd have to really know in your heart, because you've lived a certain way for so long that you'd be like, I need to feel this. And even when you were in that situation, you'd be like, this is weird. To me, I don't know. I can see that. And I feel like that's why we've had to go through this experience. It's a fall to come back up. It's that phoenix rising. And we have Casey here, and her handle is the true blue phoenix. I'm sorry. I actually wrote it down, but I loved it because I did write it down, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. It's coming from the ashes and coming back up. It's that transformation. It is literally being transformed. And that is what is happening with us as a collective, as humanity, and as people. And we had to. Let me read this before I go a little bit further into that to make sure I didn't miss anything. Who's behind the scenes? Okay, so once again, I feel like it is a collective shadow that we have created. So there are people behind the scenes, but we can quickly change that through our own consciousness, because we are reflecting that. So yes, there are physical people that we're seeing, but the physical is still a reflection of our own consciousness. So if people began to wake up more and learn more and believe that, those people weren't significant anymore, that would change. I would feel like that those people pulling the strings would start to disappear. And that's just, I know, different stuff that I've learned from consciousness and stuff like that. I've said in my video, sorry, not like I said now, but in my videos before too, I know that we can live side by side with somebody, that one person can look at tarot cards and go, well, this is evil. This is the devil's work. And then I'm over here going, well, no, this has actually led me to different things. And, I think that they're not evil, but these are all just extensions of my energetic field. These are parts of me that are coming out at that point. And this person that thinks it's evil thinks they're evil. And I'm over here going, no, I think they're amazing. I love them. So it is, those are all different dimensions, consciousness, those sort of things. Let me, Everything we do or say has consequence for every action and reaction. Yes, I do believe in Mel L. This is karma, and karma is our belief right now. That is the tree of good and evil. That is all those things, the Adam and Eve story. I really feel, and 5D consciousness is what we're shifting to and would change that. And hold on, I'll get to that in a second. Let me make sure, because I'll go really deep into it. That's really good. So you're in Israel. My theory is activate ego death and people. I do think we live in an illusion, DB. I definitely think that, because we are always moving forward. We're always thinking about the future. We're always in that anxiety and that stress. We're always, we're not actually ever in like the present moment. So the illusion would be that we're always in, you know, out there. We're always thinking of something else. And to me, that is an illusion because it hasn't been created yet. Callie, I respect Callie actually, 100%. And I just lost my place. I'm sorry. Yes. Thank you for listening. You're very welcome, Divine. Mm-hmm. This last year has been really insightful, hasn't it? We have spent either time alone or, you know, time with different people. I feel like everybody has been talking about, or I guess where I'm at right now, even like my in-laws, they've never talked about this stuff before, and my in-laws are like, what are you talking about over here? You're talking about like waking up and these sort of things, stuff that they've never heard of before. I mean, they're in their 60s, so I don't know. And my mother-in-law has been really like interested in what I'm doing, and I'm like, kind of freaking me out a little bit because she's never been that way. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading this. Yeah, and I feel like we are all waking up to a lot of different things right now. And the biggest thing, and I guess that's why I wanted to come on here too, is like we're seeing a lot of angry, a lot of fear, and a lot of separation. And all this is only going to continue that divide and conquer thing. And that's bullshit. Like 100%. Like we have to stay together. We have to do the inner work. We have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. We have to make sure that, you know, we're taking care of our friends, our families, and all of you guys that are here right now. And yes, we're going to have different opinions about things, and that's okay. Like, that's great. I think we should have different opinions about things, but to chastise somebody over a different opinion, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, everybody's welcome to their opinion. Just obviously no hate, of course. I really believe that we are all supposed to be, I don't know, working together at this point. I really do. And, we've been separated for a long time. We've been like living in these little separate communities and doing separate things. Oh, black, white, all these. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like, even the way I grew up, it was separation, and I'm over it. I'm really tired of it, and I really feel like if we can come together, it's going to be so much better, because that blame game, that separation, there's no roots in it. There's nothing in it. It's only going to make us fall. It's only going to make, you know, bring more fear to us, those sort of things. Andromeda SF20, hi. I've been having a strong feeling something will be revealed or it's about to be revealed, and I have no idea how to deal with it because I find myself looking for something. Yeah, I've been kind of feeling that way as well too. I feel like there's something about to happen. That's what I was saying in the video that I did. It's the same thing I felt last year. I couldn't put my finger on it, kind of thing, but something did happen. So I do feel that way, that something is going to occur. But the point is that it's okay. It's going to be okay. And if people can still stay together and unite, it's like this last year. This last year, I almost feel like, okay, and I said it once again in my video. I think about the Space Odyssey movie or whatever. I do feel like that in that movie, it talks about how there is these divine interventions. Sorry, 2001 Space Odyssey. There's these divine interventions. There's something bigger going on and leading us. And we can actually almost relax in that and know that these like intuitions and feelings are actually guiding us, and we don't have to worry as much. And I think that's a big deal too, that we don't have to be as stressed out, that we are being led in the right direction. Yeah, we don't have to stress because I feel like stress just brings more anger and that lower vibration onto us too. I felt that way today, big time. I started reading this stuff, like I said, on Instagram, and I started to get like really angry, and I want like, I'm an Aries, and I get honestly like to control that sometimes is crazy. Even my family will be like, well, you know, if you need to get something done, you just call on Shauna. And I'm like, okay. But no, I don't really want to be that person or whatever. I really would prefer to not know. But I started to feel that way today, and I was like, that never changed anything. That doesn't change anything. That blame, that hate, that anger doesn't do anything. And the thing that I do know is that it does start within us, and it is reflected out of us. And we have to do that inner work. We have to know who we are, because we are divine beings. We are creators. We were given that dominion to do those things. And it is our responsibility, I feel like, to the earth, to the collective, to everything, the universe, to do that inner work. We weren't just randomly put here. No, I mean, I have a podcast I started working on about, you know, are we actually cursed? Yeah and no. Yes, we are cursed because we believe we're cursed. And no, we're not, because we actually have the control to take the curse off of us. We're the ones that actually put it in place, like 100%. We have to know who we are. We have to. That is going to be the biggest change in anything that's ever happened. I'm telling you guys. It is true, because this is the only thing that nobody has ever done. When is the last time that you've seen a collective of people really start to wake up to who they are? They've always just kind of gone along with everything else. You know, what's going on the TV, what's going on in the, you know, news, and what's everybody else saying. Everybody just goes along with things. That's that hamster wheel I always talk about too. Now's the time to start to like hear that inner voice. And that's the other thing. I really want to start to emphasize that inner voice that you guys have. You have it. You all have it. Everybody on this planet has an inner voice. We all have an intuition. We're all connected to the divine and to God, to source, whatever you want to call it. We are. Sorry. We just are. And so we all have a knowing within us, and we all have access to it. You don't have to ask me or anybody for it. You have it. So all you have to do is start to recognize it. It's very small, it's very low, but it's there. And I think that's what's going on collectively, is we've been hearing that voice and going, something's not right. Something is needs to be changed here. We're waking up to that. And I liked this year 2020 a lot, honestly, because everybody slowed down so much. And they were able to start to hear that inner voice. But Yeah, and sorry, closed account. Yeah, I was saying before too, okay, so we have to go earn a living. We are living. Why do we have to go earn a living? Like, our God-given right is that we are here right now, like personally, okay, living at this moment. And we have now, no, we don't have, you know, a garden or anything. And that's because we decided to do things differently. We started to go into the system and to do things differently and to be a part of it. And now we're kind of having to backtrack away from it, to do our own things. But we are alive. We don't have to earn a living. I don't believe that. Like, that's our right. We are alive. We wouldn't be here at all. We are living. Balance is key. I do agree with that. Balance is huge. I do. I really feel like balance is huge. That masculine and feminine energy is huge. And that's what's happening, I feel like, right now. I keep looking over here at like the camera's going to be down here. I'm sorry, but it's up here. But yeah, the masculine and feminine energy is really huge to be balanced within us, because the masculine is what drives us forward, which is great, but right now it's wounded and it's just progress. And then the feminine is what slows us down and helps us create and those sort of things. And she's actually like kind of out of the picture 100%, and that's why she's had to come up so big this year. I feel like she's not like had to make this grand entrance to show herself at this point. Mm-hmm. You're right, Casey. They are still ruled by their egos 100%. And it's just that, like, nobody's trying to hurt anybody at all. And, like, I'm not against anybody or what they say. Oh, no. Sorry. Getting messages. I'm not against anybody or what they say at all. I know we all have different opinions, and we should have different opinions, because that's how we create different things. But I know what is going on right now is keeping us out of creating anything better. Our root, our foundation is broken. We don't have one at this point. We don't even know what to believe in at this point. And when we don't have a root, then how are we going to actually create things? How are we actually going to move forward and feel comfortable in creating something better? We have to create that solid root in things first. I feel like that is important. Yes, I do. The divine feminine has rose up this year, and she put me in my place, I will say, because I've been in a very masculine place my whole life. I'm a very like, okay, I need to work, I need to keep moving. I've always been that way, like everything needs to be just so. This year threw me off 100%. Was not like me at all. And I actually respect it 100% too, because it taught me so much. It taught me to like sit down and actually start thinking. I would always just like go, 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 go. And I needed that. I needed to sit down. I needed to be able for a very, very long time to just continue that progress and to continue that. And it's hurting things. It really is. It is hurting stuff. You somehow manifested not paying rent for 2 years. That is amazing. See, that's kind of where I've been at is I just surrender stuff if I, okay, money or finances or anything like that. I don't even try to worry about it anymore, because when you actually let go of things, and I did this too, and not fully suggesting or whatever, but it changed a lot of things. When you lose that attachment to things, it changes a lot in your mind. I make my art and somehow get by. Yes. I mean, I honestly, this is what I do, and I get by as well. I'm not rich, but Oh, it must have disconnected and came back on. And I think that's what it is. And I believe that honestly, like spirit, God, source, whatever you want to call it, will take care of us, and is taking care of us. It is us blocking that a lot of times and not believing in it that stops that flow. Because I know God will always give life. God is life. God is love. This is life. It's always pouring into us like water. It's always flowing into us. It's really up to us how it's flowing through. So if we are a glass that's broken, it's going to flow all over the place. But if it's a whole glass, then, you know, it'll stay there and actually fill up. I don't know if that's a good example or not, but I do believe that God is just this energy that gives life. And then it's up to us, this filter within our minds and our spirit, how it actually flows out of us. Yeah, this was a hermit mode. And I did, I don't know, I didn't feel anything horrible was going to happen. Maybe for a second, I will say. But then, like once again, I keep going back to the videos that I did, but I did like think about it. I'm like, all right, so I know the world has been ended before. I know things have happened. Okay, so it could happen again. It's not impossible. So what is happening different now? Those sort of things. And yes, we are divine vessels. I do believe that. But sorry, ADD. I totally lost my train of thought, and this is why I do so bad with the lives. Oh, was it about the bad? Yeah, no, I thought something bad was going to, that's what I was talking about. Sorry. Yep. I thought something bad was going to happen. And then even looking at this stuff, you know, that has happened in the past, I started to get kind of scared. And I was like, oh, okay, no, this is very possible. But then I really looked at like what was actually happening this year and like everybody waking up. I was like, no, why would the universe and God and source wake everybody up spiritually and just go, you know, that doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think that's happened in the past. I really don't. That doesn't make sense. And I do feel that they do make sense. And they aren't even difficult. It's not even like a difficult making sense. It's very simple. I think God is simple. I think life is simple. We make it very complicated all the time by making it these big things and going, we have to go over here and out there. No, I feel like things are actually way more simple than we make them. Yeah, I know Andromeda. I know what you were saying about the hoarding thing as well too. Was I know this sounds weird, but I was kind of like that personally, where I was like, okay, this is my stuff, and I'm gonna keep my stuff. And all of a sudden, I don't know. All of a sudden, I was like, okay, no, I want to share with people, and everything's okay. And I've been that way my whole life, and I don't know if that was because of the child, you know, how I grew up as a child, like where I felt like, you know, I needed to keep my own things to myself because I wouldn't have anything else. But all of a sudden, this year, I was like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it's just stuff. The overall feeling of is vibration. Yeah, and I feel like this year was, once again, the 2001 Space Odyssey. I keep going back to that. I watched a documentary with Jay Weidner on Gaia, and it literally perfectly described it. I don't know if you guys have Gaia or whatever. I'm not promoting it, but I do watch it a lot, and I watched it and it just made so much sense about how things are orchestrated. They're coming together. There's a reason for everything, and it is bigger than us. And I think we're feeling that now. We know that something else is happening. And that's why I was saying too in my videos that I don't feel like that something bad is just going to happen and wipe us all out. That doesn't even make sense. It makes zero sense. There's something a lot bigger happening, and I've felt that for a long time, and it's really only to wake people up. And a lot of people don't like it. I don't even like it 100% sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But there is something happening to break us almost and build us back up. Yes, 5D is what I feel like is coming in as well too, Divine. And that's what I've been talking about a lot, is the 5D consciousness. So we're healing all this old karma and this stuff that we have inside of us. So anytime that we're feeling negativity and bitterness and, resentment, this is stuff that has to go. Like, it's going to have to be healed in order for us to start to love other people. And this is us moving up through our chakras. So we have our root chakra that has to be grounded. And I really feel that most of us aren't even grounded at this point. We don't really have that firm belief in something. And that's what the root chakra is. Because if we did, we'd be creating a different world through that sacral chakra. So we as a collective are actually working through all this together, I do believe, but we have to realize that the root that we've created is bad. This root chakra, this collective consciousness that we have right now, there's no belief in any of it. Everybody has their separate beliefs. Nobody can come together and be united in it. How are we going to actually stand firm? How are we actually going to grow a tree? How are we going to do anything without it actually being firm in anything? And I feel like that's going to be the first order of business with everything, is us being able to realize that all that in the past has been bullshit, and that we now need to come together and work on building that root together, and really, building that. I mean, for me, I do look at the chakras a lot as a way to kind of make sense of stuff, and it does. I mean, if we don't have a root in anything, then how are we going to stand on it? Let me go back up here. Is there something else that's happening to Rena higher being? I don't know, Zach, 100%. I'm still, I guess, trying to figure that out as well, too. To me, at this point, what I've found is it's us. It is us. It's all 100% us. But in learning that is a lot. Like, I don't know, it has been a lot for me to realize that, okay, that us as a collective, because we are all one, we have created this. Now, I know I did the thing where, or the podcast where I talked about the beings coming down and actually, like, the aliens that actually, seeded us, basically. And that is something that is possible to me as well, too. I do kind of believe in that, but at the same time, I know that we were given creative rights, but we've never picked those up. Like, we've literally never picked up those creative rights. We've just kept spinning the wheel going, all right, well, we'll listen to that. And we don't even know what that means to take control as a collective, as a unified consciousness, what that actually means. But I don't know 100%. So I wish I did. I do feel like there is an energy source, I guess, but that energy source is filtered through us. Like I said, with the water coming through us, if the glass is broken, it's going through broken glass. If the glass is fine, but it's still just that energy source filling it up, kind of thing. Let's see. 5D radiation. You guys are really like I'm getting warm over here. Hold on, let me open my door. I can't turn the fan on anyway. It would be too loud. I prefer the air anyway. Oh yeah. Oh, you're Aquarius sun. Yeah. So I'm a Pisces sun. I'm right next to you, and then Aries rising. So we're both like. I'm all about that like dark subconscious. Like I'm looking into things all the time. I have you guys literally. Let me see. Remember the other, I don't know if you guys came to my live, but like this is what I do. I write notes upon notes upon notes. Not joking. This is filled. This book. I just sit and write about stuff that I learn all the time. And when I do find out things, I definitely will tell you, or, you know, what resonates with me. That's the other thing too. Like, I don't want to be like, okay, this is officially what it is. I really think it's about everybody finding their own truth as well too. I'm just like giving you guys my information, what I've learned and what's true to me. Because it's about you guys. It's about all of us waking up to who we truly are. And like, we have this divinity to us. We do, and we're not even sure what that means. I'm not even sure what that means. No, not at all. Literally the whole book. Yes. And so what I would say, because you asked what was kind of next, I don't think we know what that looks like either, because we're literally trying to take our perspective of what we know right now and fit it into what's next. And so I feel like we should wash all that and know that it's going to be better, that it's got to be better than what we're thinking, because we're trying to fit it into the box that we already know. And that's not going to work. That's never going to work. That's that love too. I don't think we really even know what love is. We've never truly seen it because our love has always been conditioned. It's, well, if you make good grades or you're good in school, you know, you don't, whatever. You're not bad today. I love you. I love you. Those sort of things. And of course, that's discipline as well too, but that's immediately what we're told. We have these rules. Well, unconditional love, honestly, you guys, anything goes. Not that I believe that anything should always go, but it's a lot bigger than what I think our mind can comprehend at this moment, because we're so used to that box. We're very used to the box. Yeah, I do. I feel like that we can figure stuff out, and we have been put in, you know, a box that has told us what to do and what to believe. And we've been conditioned since we were children. I do know that we have been. Now, I don't believe in blaming people. I say that a lot. I don't believe in blaming anything outside of us, because I feel that that does absolutely nothing at all. It takes the focus away from the actually fixing things. So, but I do believe that we, you know, have been conditioned since we were children to think a certain way. And now we're kind of breaking out of that consciousness, which is beautiful as well, too. And we are able to figure things out. I do believe that. I'm very claircognizant, super, and yeah, empathetic as well, too. I like download information. I got in trouble as a child very much a lot for being a know-it-all. And then like my dad actually worked on cars a lot, and I loved cars too, you know, I'd help him out and stuff, but I didn't know that much. And I'd walk up and be like, oh, it's this, and oh, it's that, and he'd be like, how did you know that? And I'm like, I don't know. And like stuff would come to me and I would get in trouble for being a know-it-all. But now that I'm older, I realize what that is. It's channeled information kind of thing. And a lot of air, yes. Mm-hmm. Are you guys all air? Divine closed account. You guys both Aries. Yeah, we're trying to figure out like this 3D self with this 5D self. And that's kind of where I've been at, honestly, is like, all right, so here I am in the 3D world. Okay, how do I get to here? And I don't think it's super difficult either. Once again, I feel like we're overthinking it when it comes to these things. So I think it was about a month back. We had just gone through the hurricane and stuff about a month and a half back. And I was laying there and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do and all these things. And I literally, in my mind, went, I'm going to give this up to my higher self. That was it. The next day, the stuff that I did give up actually happened. And I was like, is it that simple? Like, is it that simple? And I do believe that it is, because I started doing that. It isn't always, because I think my ego mind kind of comes into play a lot. I'm still working with it. But when I do work with it, it's like instantly, it changes things. So it's something that I kind of recommend to you guys. Sounds simple. I like to recommend simple things. I really believe that it is simple. If there's something that you can't handle, see, the ego will sit there and want to play it in a loop over and over again. How can we figure this out? Who do we need to ask? Can we Google it? Like, it'll literally sit there and try to figure it out itself and send you in a loop for days, weeks, months, years, literally years. This is karmic. If you can give it up to your higher self just like that, I'm giving this up to you. I'm done. I'm over it. I can't deal with it. You know better. I'm in this flesh at this moment and I can't fully comprehend. I really, like I said, I've experienced some crazy stuff from just being able to do that. Yep, Aries Tiger. We do the same when we're conditioned reptilian myself, fear, anxiety, worry, steps. I shut it down, trust whatever. Yep. I'm telling you that giving up, it is hard to fully give up, because ego is like, oh, I'm going to hang on a little bit. And you can actually kind of recognize that, like, that ego is still hanging on to it. But as soon as you're able to actually give it up, you're like, you feel better, and then things start to change. Hi. Yes, Aries Tiger girl. It's a lot of fire energy. And like I said, I was feeling it today. It was like that old fire energy was coming back. I started to get a little bit upset and angry, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. And I was like, well, that won't do anything. Yeah, the reptilian mindset is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ego, the reptilian mind, all that stuff really does want to attach to something. It does. It wants to have life. It wants to grow it. That's that progress. An object in motion always wants to stay in motion. This is life. It feeds it. That's why we're in this like loop that we're in right now. It's because it wants to continue its life on. It doesn't want to die. It doesn't want to stop what it's doing. But at some point, like, either it's going to get to us or we have to get to it, is what I feel like. Mm-hmm. Fire. I love Leos too. Yep. One of my really good friends is a Leo. I get along with all fire. I get along with everybody, honestly. I can't say that. I don't get along with not anybody. Okay, Mr. Goodman. So, still, how come Aquarius, oops, I just fell. Aquarius is considered an air sign when both symbol and the word related strongly with water. I never understood that. I know that, yes, it is represented by a guy bearing the water. I don't know actually why. I know, even in the Bible, how they were talking about the water bearer, and the water bearer comes and it is representing the Aquarius, the air sign. Actually, I'm going to look that up because I like symbolism a lot. So I'm going to figure that out. I'll make sure that I figure that out for you. I promise. Mm-hmm. Good night, Zach. Thank you for showing up. How long have I even been on here? I don't even know. Oh, an hour. Yes, I'm probably going to end it in a few, my friends. So let me know if you have any other questions or anything, and I'm happy to do these again. I feel like I wasn't fully prepared, but who's prepared? Whatever, who cares? I feel like negative energy is controlling, puppeteering things like in the movie, but yes. I will, I promise. I'm going to look it up. I am all about like figuring those sort of things out. Mr. Goodman, that's who I was talking to. Yeah. And so once again, I really do. I feel it's important. Yes, we are seeing this puppeteering thing happening, but it literally starts with us. And it is kind of crazy because we are reflecting this. We are reflecting this to our external world as a collective right now. So the best thing for us to do is to, and it seems simple once again, but I love simple things. I think simple things are the best, is for us to do the inner work and really believe in ourselves and have those roots. And so then we reflect that to the next person and to the people around us. And then that changes our world. And I did see something the other day. And I do believe that whenever we, that our heart actually can go out, I think it's 50 feet around us, like our heart chakra, our electromagnetic field goes 50 feet around us, which I don't know. But anyway, so I know that we change the people around us, we change our reality, we change what's happening around us whenever we change ourselves, when we start to believe in things that are different. And I feel like that is the most important thing for all of us to do, because right now, if you notice, you get on Instagram, you get on Facebook, whatever it is, everybody's going, well, who'd you vote for? And why'd you vote for them? And this person's no good. And da 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 da. It's all a blame game. That's it. It's a blame game. And that blame game has been the same blame game that has been happening for the last, I don't even know, 2,000 years probably. It's not going to get us anywhere. I really do feel the only thing that's going to change us, you guys, is to do the inner work and start to love each other and change that. We have to change from the inside out first. And I don't know, I don't want to be just lovey-dovey or whatever, hippie. I am, you know, but it does start with us. I do believe that. And I wish, I'm typically calm, but yeah, I'm not always calm, but I do believe that it does start with us. And I don't think we have anything to fear right now, because I do believe too that we have something bigger at play at this point. Like I said, I don't think that we're going to just be destroyed, because we wouldn't be going through we wouldn't all be talking right this moment. We wouldn't all be talking about this right now if something bigger wasn't going on. That's, I don't know, enough for me. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird too, because I did that live the other night and I got kicked off, like, I think it was 28 minutes in. And then I started watching, I've been watching a different lady that she just was, I guess, banned from her account, and she just came back on. She said that all these people that had been banned from their accounts all of a sudden we're allowed to start speaking again. And I was like, well, that's strange too. Like something is going on, something bigger than us. And I don't think we have to fear. And I think, I know the less that we fear and the more that we can be excited and happy and love and respect each other, and the more we're going to change things. And yeah, that's it, honestly. Like if we want to see a brighter future and not be afraid, then we need to encourage each other, be there for each other. And I don't know, that's what it's about. Like we're in service of each other. I'm in service of you guys. That's why I'm here. I want to be. That's all. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, I do. That's there is a huge shift happening on this planet, and it's really cool. So my dear friends, I'm losing people as I talk, which, yeah. There is a really big shift happening. I wasn't, I wasn't prepared or whatever for tonight, or I just really wanted to see how you guys were doing and your questions, and you guys had a lot of questions, so I will say that. So I appreciate you guys very much showing up. So I guess I'm going to sign off now. And I really hope you guys have a super blessed night. And I do appreciate y'all very much. And don't forget, please, you guys are in charge of yourselves and you're in charge of the world as well too. And like what you think and believe reflects into this world. I promise you. Like you're super significant. Everybody is. So significant. It's crazy. Good night, my friends.